it's all it takes to become a YouTuber, just coming in front of camera and going, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and like asking people to subscribe, which you should totally do that. My conclusion is that there is a lot more to it, and it's almost like you need to treat YouTube like a business. And I'm going to go through some points I've written down, but the gist is I've been studying the greats of YouTube. Ali Abdaal, who has like over 2.7 million subscribers, Jackie Aina, who has I think over 2 million subscribers as well, Patricia Bright, Lily Singh, the great people who have like blown up in our faces over the years. And I'm trying to see, like, is there some strategy to it? Even newcomers on the block like Erin, I mean, she's not technically new anymore, but like she hasn't been here for that long, but she's growing quite well as well. Is there a system to it, or is everybody just winging it and then whoever luck lands upon grows big? My conclusion is that there is a system to it, but there's also a bit of luck and favor and some strategy behind it. I'm going to go through some points I've written, like I said earlier, and I'll let you be the judge on if you still think that you can do it too. It's a real career. People are making good livings out of YouTube, and my own plan with YouTube is really to just like have it as another stream of income. But you can't, or it's hard to make money by trying to make money. Like, you have to figure out what value you're offering and then exchange that value for money. That's really how to make money. So welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Fopsy. I make all content about life, love and career, and please subscribe if you haven't. Today, the first point I want to make is that I feel like they make it seem, people on the internet make it seem like they're just sharing their lives, but there's a bit more to it. Everybody has something that they're sharing that people are coming to them for. So for Ali Abdaal, is productivity hacks, studying hacks and things like that. For the beauty gurus, it's exactly that. Jackie Aina, Patricia Bright, they are, I should pronounce her name properly, Jackie Aina. She's Nigerian. That's what people come back to their YouTube channels for. But so you have to figure out, okay, what are people going to watch me for? Like, it's not just enough to put your personality out there, except you have like the most awesome personality ever and people just want to, you know, watch you for the sake of watching you, or except you're someone like Kim Kardashian, who has blown up for the sake of being Kim, and there are people like that as well. But I believe that one of the surest way is to figure out what your value you're offering to people and to just consistently offer that. For me, I believe that I have really great perspectives about relationships, thoughts and ideas about life hacks, career hacks from my experiences that I can pass on. So that's what my domain area is, and I'm pretty new in the game, like 3 months into being consistent. And what I know for sure now is that you have to figure out what the value you're offering is and just show up consistently offering that value. Okay, but here's the hard part. Since you have to make stuff that people who are watching you want to watch, how do you balance it where you're not just a slave to the people? They say you should move left, you move left. They say you should move right, you move right. They say you should stand still, you stand still. Like, where do you balance giving people what they want to watch versus like creating stuff that you care about? Like, it's really hard to find that middle point where I don't want to just do things because people are asking me to do it, but at the same time I don't want to be deaf to my audience, because it's kind of how you lose people. So like, that's a fine balance. I don't have the answers for that one yet. It's just a question that I have thought about, and I'm you know, passing it along to you. Let me know what you think about that one, because at the end of the day, people go, oh, you know, you're no longer authentic, or stop watching this person because they stopped being their authentic self. But what is authenticity if at the end of the day you're creating content because you want people to enjoy it, and you're creating the kind of content that you think people will enjoy, and you have to do that, but you also have to be yourself? Like, so what then is authenticity, I guess? Well, maybe I can answer that one. Maybe authenticity is doing those things, creating content people want to watch in your own personality, not trying to be like somebody else, not trying to do things because other people have done them. That one makes sense. Okay, the third thing is privacy. Okay, as a YouTuber, how do you're sharing a lot, and how do you maintain privacy? On one extreme, we have people, well, maybe not extreme, people that don't even show their faces at all. So yeah, they're an extreme. So they just like do animations, they do cartoons, they put their voices, but you never know who they are. They never have their faces on their channel, so you don't know who they are. It's like a channel without a face, basically, a faceless YouTube channel. So in that sense, they're protecting their privacy. But then there's some YouTubers that really separate their work from their life and just like don't talk about their life at all. It's all about exactly what they say they'll talk about. So gadgets, reviews, hair. Peak Mill, who is famous in the black community for doing like the most bomb wigs ever, was like someone that was hailed for a lot of privacy for being a very private person. Basically, she got married, she had a kid, nobody knew, had a second kid, nobody knew, until she was ready to like come out and share it. So on one hand, people like that are able to succeed because they have something that they're sharing, which is their craft. For her, it's her hair. If you see the way she colors hair, cuts hair, like before laid hair was laid hair, she was laying hair, like it would always blend very well with her scalp and all of that good stuff. And if you don't know anything about black hair, we care about your hair looking on flick. I don't know if on flick is still in vogue, but yeah, I'm saying it. So you can get away with not sharing your life if you have something else solid that you're sharing, but if you don't, then you just have to like infuse personality into whatever you're sharing and hope that something sticks. Yeah, how does it work as a creator with privacy? So don't put stuff out there that you're not done processing. That's another big one. Like if you're not done processing something, I guess I don't believe in doing things for clout, and I think that there are some things that just will have to stay private, like divorces, sad things that you're not done processing, basically. Because as you grow bigger, I feel like it's inevitable that there'll be some people that are just following you to just see what you're doing. They don't necessarily like you, but they'll be following you to see what you're doing and to like keeping to stay informed, basically. But they have no love for you. And these are the people like Charles as well that like will just be coming on there to like slander and say evil things. But and that's why those kinds of people are looking to prey on your insecurities. So really, on one hand, I feel like you can try to cultivate a great community, a community that really looks out for you, that cares for you and is excited about your progress. But I feel like as you grow bigger, as you gain more subscribers, which is kind of the goal of it, it feels like you will at some point have people that are in your flock, in the crowd with you, but are not necessarily for you. That's the hard part, because like a YouTube channel can feel like you're putting yourself out there, and that's another thing I'm learning from the greats. Like I listened to this interview by Jackie I know with Kevin. His name's Kevin. I'll put his channel here somewhere.
One of your saddest wouldn't tell you publicly. You know what? That might have lined up with every.
And maybe even a clip from it. They talked about how like Jackie, I think he asked Jackie what her worst moment was or something, and she was like, yeah, I'm not answering that. She can tell you off camera, but like she's learned the hard way, and she's been on YouTube for over a decade, that like people, don't put things out there that you're not done processing. Don't put things out there that you are you think you have a hard time if somebody uses it against you. And it just makes sense, because the internet is big and it's full of great people as well as not so great people, and if you're putting yourself out there as a creator, at some point there'll be hints of not so great people as well there. All right, in terms of the system, what I'm also learning from Erin On Demand and Ali Abdul is that there's a system to creating content. So you what I did for this video, which I think is a great way to do it, is there are many tasks that you need to create YouTube videos. You need to like set up the space, so there's lighting, there's sounds and all of that thing. Everything is on point. You need to like figure out what you want to talk about. You need to have an idea of what you will say in the video. You need to make time to record the video like we're doing now. Then you need to make time to edit after. So like all of those are subtasks. And before now, I used to like lump it all together, like, okay, fine, I haven't posted on YouTube in like 3 months, let me come on now and figure out what to do. But I'm realizing that you can batch do things. You can one day sit down and think deep about ideas, look through your comments to see what people have been asking for, look through your brain dump notepad to see what ideas you put down in the past, and then you can write out topics. And then another day when you're watching a movie or just doing something or have some time, you can set time apart to script out your videos, which is really excellent. And then another day you can do this part. So today I'm batch recording, so trying to get a lot of videos out there because I had the time. And I think that that's one of the ways people get through it. So it's not just about creating content, you have to also create a system around it. So I've talked about a couple of things, but the next one I'm going to talk about is that it really is a business. Like if you could treat it as a hobby, totally, and that way you don't have to like do the most. You can create when you want to create, you can put things out there if you want to, but if you're thinking of it as a business, then you need to really sit down and plan for it like a business. Whether that means plan content out there, see what your end goal is with this thing. You're not creating for the sake of creating. You have maybe you're funneling people into another place to buy a course or to support a cause. Oh, I like that rhyme. Or to build a community that is passionate about something. Maybe like you're a crochet person, you do a book club or something that people can rally around the topic about. So yeah, figuring out what you're trying to do with YouTube is another way to just get ahead. Like if you want it to be a hobby, then it's a hobby, but if you want to treat it as a business, take some time out to work on it outside of doing the work on YouTube. So like thinking about what your channel is for, who it's for, and how you will serve people outside of doing the actual work of recording content like this. Then I also have questions that I haven't answered, but I'm hoping maybe you guys can share your thoughts on them if you've watched this far. Thank you, by the way. How much are you willing to sell your soul for? I put it here because, like, does every YouTuber have to put so much content out there where it feels like they're putting a part of themselves on the line? How much are you willing to sell your soul for? And do you have to sell your soul, like, to be successful at YouTube? Do you have to, like, do things that you don't really care about, use clickbait? Like, is that necessary to get ahead? Like, does everybody have to use that to get ahead, or are there people that can still just do what they feel like doing and people find their tribe in so doing? Because that's what I'm hoping to do. Is it another source of income, or is it like a hobby? You know, like figuring that out is helpful as well. And to sum up, I had questions, but honestly I feel like that I hope you don't have to sell your soul to be on YouTube. I hope that you can be someone who has value and shares that value, and you find people that are willing to enjoy content like that come to you. But in the end of the day, if YouTube is going to be a career or an extra source of income, there's some things I think you need to think about, and it really is to start treating it like a business. Create a plan for it, figure out who you're serving, figure out what value you're delivering to people, and then deliver it consistently. But that doesn't mean you need to pick a niche and be in that niche forever, because it can get boring to talk about the same thing all the time. So it's also like evolving, figuring out what's happening that you can relate to your industry. So for example, I talk about relationships, and instead of coming here every time and talking about things like 9 marks of maturity, I realized that storytelling is something that people are really into. So how about I like react to stories from relationship shows like Ghosted and share what my thoughts are on those things, and in so doing I'm still getting people to talk about relationships, but it's a more interesting way. So like, this is a really long way to say that these are the things I'm learning right now about YouTube life on YouTube, and I hope that for someone also a little bit earlier in their journey considering starting YouTube, you think about this. If you want to be serious about it, you have to create a plan and you have to be consistent. That's the hard part, showing up every time, even when maybe you could be watching TV instead. If you just start YouTube, what is your goal with your channel? What do you want to do with it? Is money important, or is it more like to share something that you're passionate about? Let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. My name is Fopsy again, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you.